but will it come back on? No, it does. Though, the real question is, will this, yes, okay, it's still on.
My need to engage in homicidal behavior on a massive scale cannot be corrected, but I have no other way to fulfill my needs.
Right, that's tough. Let me tell you. I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's see. Will it work?
No.
Will it be too quiet even? I don't know. But I really feel like playing. Overpass. Yay. Wait, what's this? TDM? I'll have to download this map. I can do that. If it has a... I mean, one space usually means it has a reserved space. We'll find out the hard way. Yeah. I'm not actually streaming for any purpose. If you watch this, like, what's the title about? Okay. Good. Here's the new machine gun. I don't care. It's actually kind of quiet. Blood bear. It looks like we're winning. Dragonborn.
Other side, what the fuck?
There's an enemy right next to you.
Fuck off.
How is it that I've been so defeated?
I mean, I prefer the round-based CS stuff. But, Team Deathmatch lets me run around like a chicken. Chicken. I know. Yeah, killing. I don't have health items. Oh, I have I don't know where it went. Right behind me. Oh, he was using the same gun. Hold him a little bit. There's two guys down there. There's a web wing. Oh no, not that. Died in each other's arms. Died in each other's arms, right? Always aim to defeat. That's the perfect tactic for a shot. Oh, it's friendly. Curve the bullet. Yeah, I've been really been enjoying the comment section on those Alyssa clips for Kata. I mean, it wasn't Anthem. I don't think I... That's right, it's supposed to be. I haven't seen the new Nick clips yet. They're in the queue. Ooh. Very sad. Turn around. Come back here and turn around. That's better. Stop playing. I was gonna try and go for a upgrade. I got him. Speaking of problems, the Pico 4, pretty good VR thing, but not designed for people with Ricada noses, I guess, or anything like that. I do have a what a shame. But yeah, my nose does stick out a little more than I guess the Chinese does.
Nice.
Oh man, that's bad. Yeah, I'll hit him for like 60. Or 40. Oh, I don't know. The way this headset rests right here on my nose is a little awkward, so I scotch taped cotton balls to the bottom of the face pad, and much more comfortable. So I mean, it's just a better fit. It was weighing on the bridge of my nose very awkwardly. Oh, you stole it from me. You tried to steal it. I just fucked this up. Fuck. I fucked that up too. I mean, I know the M4 is pretty good. Anyways, yeah, it's funny seeing a bunch of Nick Rekieta fans just so completely owned him. I want the last one. Alright. Right in the middle. Perfect. Perfect in the middle.
What a shame. It don't matter. None of this matters.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm doing this thing again where I'm streaming from my PC onto the headset, so it's not physically connected. Oh. Let's see if I can get a knife kill. I doubt it, but I'm not sure specifically if I had to pull the trigger or if I just had to be holding it in my hand. Got it. Gotcha. Bang. A 3G3. What the fuck? Why can't I reach the floor now? I just set the floor. Whatever. It's not too important. That is revenge. Avenged? Oh. I wanna try that. I'm terrible with this, but. What? I think so my gun. Let's try that again. Okay, that's good. It's just auto buying the armor. It's basically auto buying everything that I got last time. Did I get him? Definitely didn't get him that time. One guy who killed me was someone else. Just realized. Can I use the magnet watch to pick up the thing? I don't think so. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Did I seriously go through him? Maybe if I throw it out really hard. This is kind of a test again because I'm using this goofy old system. James Bond, motherfucker. Can I do that? Do I want to? I don't know.
got taped. I got the new one. I got the new one.
Got a new one. I don't think it was even close. Very sad. Did I hit? I didn't hit him once. Really? With this piece of shit. There. Oop. I'm jumping? I'm jumping. Yeah, it's through the floor again. I don't know why.
68 years ago, up to by that trail today. And I remember things changed in those days in Madagascar. It wasn't so commercial, you know?
Yeah, this is the same thing that it's jumping. Clicking right stick. Ooh, what's this? You know what? I don't know. Yeah. I'm definitely not needing it.
Was this story based? Yes.
Oops. What am I doing? Did I buy more armor? No. What do I want? Why is this an SMG though?
Motherfucker!
Something. Kind of sweet. Okay. Shit. Very sad. More sad than usual, actually. How many shots did that guy fucking take? How many drum marks? But there is in Zero Caliber, but that's not really a PvP game. Did they? Yeah, I forgot they had PvP. I just remember last time I played it. Oh, wait, why am I doing this? I really thanks for saving me. Oh, that grenade just dropped.
Stunning heartbeats, intimidations.
Stole a kill. Healing. with the P90? How do you... Whoa. There. It's actually a little trickier because you have to raise the back up more. Okay. I can finally dab. Go. Okay.
That's
Get in there. I told the fault that it wasn't. It didn't fire. It did it again. This gun's always been like that. Even on the now that I don't have the Cosmos anymore, I can definitely say what's wrong with the game. Shut up and move. Wait, oh, I did get him. Okay. Alrighty then. Oh shit, sorry. Big time. No shit. Oh, I threw his helmet off. Shot his corpse. Notice he's streaming from my PC to Goggle while streaming on this stuff is still working out pretty well. I do want to have it connected like through a wire or something, but it's actually shoot teammates again. Sorry. Well. Trying to suicide grenade there or something. Whoa.
My bad. I didn't notice it stopped me on the stream.
My favorite cover. Did I give myself away? Or just coming in and firing at anything? Just turning the corner and firing specifically, regardless of who is there. Through the wall. Immediately.
Hey man, I'm just an innocent old lady.
It didn't? Is it still? Oh, you mother.
Grenade! No!
Ah, let's see. Hold on. Let's try this again. I know there's a table. I can't move too far. Okay. You know what? Yes. There we go. I don't care if that doesn't work. I'm gonna do it. And now, I'm gonna have to keep doing it. I didn't think that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Shit. Oh, shit. Corner.
You mother.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Holy fucking shit!
I tried to kill XXX. I didn't
Okay.
succeed. I tried to kill XXX. I'm sorry, man.
York. Please, Charlie. Who am I talking to? Okay. And I'm not sure if this one like works properly anymore in the United States. The mic is trying to stream through a stream while I'm streaming. Did I? Teleported out again. Should've stopped that.
Big. Little bastard. Fuck you.
I got one. Did he jump? Oh, that's right. can jump. Why don't I do that? I'm not sure if you're supposed to be able to jump, because you couldn't before. Real quick stab and shit there. Well, that worked better than I thought it would.
I love when my game. I love it. I love when my game. I love when
I hit him. I did hit him. Nick was by Elway. There's actual. Been missing. Okay, now I have to read it. Here's hoping it will hopefully that cuts off there is Nick Rekieta blew off his own legs in the car explosion. It's going to be hilarious from the Monty boss. You get like that. Yeah, it's already clearly more dragged out than it was ever supposed to be. Nick, and it's funny, the people in the comments for the delightful Olympic Clubs channel have been saying that Nick is really. It's funny that people notice that because for the longest time, Nick Rekieta was in whining, bitching, and crying, and picking his gay girl panties, and people would be like, "Oh, he's totally gay. I am a Barbie girl. He's a badass." They would say Nick Rekieta's a badass as he's the world's biggest gay one. I always recognize Aqua. You can't miss an Aqua. How many copyright strikes is this stream gonna get? Life is ruined now. There we go. This is what I wanted all along. I mean, oh. Nick Rekieta blew off his legs. Oh yeah. Cody Bay. You know that he tried to make peace between Nick and the YouTubers. Nick called him out as an angry nerd, an angry video game nerd. They went downhill from there. Nick wants to fight, well, just like Liam Gray, like who should have been his friend, a friend of a friend, Liam Gray, who was a friend of Ethan Van Sciver, who's of course a friend of Nick Rekieta. And Nick Rekieta had Liam Gray on, hoping to defend him. I'm just shot in the back of the head. Oh, when I'm doing it, I can't reload at all, so whenever I shoot, it's just away. That worked. I got one. Okay. What is up, guys? I shouldn't even be streaming this long, but I am. I hope that a few clips over the next few weeks are gonna be that. You know what? Kind of already done. But yeah, clearly there's going to be more. Can you throw a knife at me? No. Oh. I do like that they finally add the little red markers you can see through the walls for teammates. Neat. I got one. 500 times though. That was 500 shots. I don't know if you knew that. If that isn't the epitome of hyperbole.
Oh yeah. Get her shit.
got one. Their icon usually shows up on the watch if you look close. It's easier to just dive and reload. I don't care about my death ratio. What? G3. What song is that? Okay. But then again, yeah, sure. I don't think I did. Very sad. Right. That much damage. It was like 3 headshots. Shot him in the throat and the chin. Oh, it actually has an icon for killing himself. Cute. Look at how cute that is. Virtual stock. Yeah, I have virtual stock on. Doesn't seem to make a difference. You know what though? Here, hold on a second. Cody, trying to make peace between Nick and VTubers. If you're trying to do that, you really have no understanding. Oh, wait, no. You know what I want to do, actually? Profile picture. Yeah. Actually, it's helpful. Tips. Here, you know what I want to do, actually? Where's my library? Games. Can I look at it? No. Nope. Exit the game. There. Yeah, I wanted to play, I wanted to try this, because I don't even know if this works, but, I'm gonna go back to this. I didn't know, I haven't played Falconeer yet. I've owned it for like 2 years, haven't even tried it. Skyrim, but I want to pre-record. I want to record some Skyrim for background footage for Subscribestar stuff, but, what the, oh no, did I turn that off on accident? I hope not. Nope, okay, there it is. Hope and see that. Yeah, one thing I was trying to say, it's hard to keep my focus when playing a video game, is that it's funny, people would just I don't think it can play. It's sort of frozen up while it's trying to load stuff. But people
What
were,
am I fighting for?
anyways. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah, for the longest time, people were like, oh, Nick Rekieta, he's such a bat. He totally owned these people, you know, including, of course, us. He totally owned us as he pissed his pants and whined like a bitch. There we go. And now people are finally realizing the truth all along, that Nick Rekieta was not owning anyone. He wasn't an alpha Chad. He was a beta bitch this whole time, as I called it. I knew it because I'm capable of just seeing through even my own biases and seeing the honesty of what's really going on. This is going to be kind of wobbly. How do I do that thing with whatever. Missions. Find the black box. Warden's Legacy. Okay, where's that then? Oh wait, mission 1. Oh yeah, black box. Didn't I do that? I guess not. Yeah, black box is just going to be in the Is this the Yay. Anyways, Nick Rekieta though. Yeah, people finally waking up before they go about Nick Rekieta being a homo. And it's good to see. That's the thing, is that, you know, we don't care about the credit. We don't care about people accepting that we were right. We're fine with the gradual process. Where's the bridge? I can't see it. Do they move the bridge? Do they change some things? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, that's just a shade. That's a guy. Oops. No. He knows he's under attack. He's trying to break the conditioning. Fuck. Did I really not even have that much fucking ammo in this motherfucker? Okay. Let's see. Where'd he go? There he is. I think I do need virtual stuff. How do I... Okay, yeah, settings. Virtual stock off. Okay, let me try and turn it on. See what happens. Boy, that's embarrassing. But I'm role-playing as my favorite original character, Do Not Steal. Named John Del Rose. I'm going to make a new character called John Del Rose. He's gay. I don't see any difference with the virtual stock here, but you know what? At least I can get the scope up this close to my eye. That's something I couldn't do before. Yeah, let me sit down and see if this helps. Is that even a guy? Okay, that's a guy. Okay, that, oh shit. I don't know. Okay, now I'm actually crouched for real. That is a guy, isn't it? This is working. It's still pretty cool. How does this work though? This used to light up. Okay. Hold on a second then. Does this light up and just shoot at the ground like that? Yeah, it looks like it. The flare is supposed to sort of float down and light up a huge... It used to light up a huge area. Yeah, there we go. Brass check. Yeah. My hand is so much more shaky than... They're like, eh. And it might be because it's streaming. There's this... Oh, I can see the bullet in there. That's kind of cool. But the headset is not connected to anything. It's not plugged into anything. I could just pull it right off my head right now. I'm not going to. In fact, the only way it turns itself off if you pull it off your head for more than a few seconds. It goes into sleep mode. Alright, nice. Yeah, here we go. Alright, yeah, that's bright. That's good. Where's the radius? It's supposed to be there. Okay. It's hiding. Maybe it's nighttime. I don't know. Let's see. Oh. Okay, what are my graphics set to? What the hell? Settings. Control system. Configure. Medium. There's no way I should fucking... There we go. Upscale method off? I don't know. Foveated rendering? What? View distance high. Okay, that's really what I was looking for. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was refleculating. There we go. This is what the view distance used to be. Okay. I don't know. It may not be that it's not connected. It might just be just like this from now on, forever and ever. So what's the good of virtual stock though? Okay. I I do kind of miss being able to have a bumper on this above the trigger that would I could bind myself manually to. You suck. Yeah. Everything's quiet. Why did that get so quiet? I have to go turn that up or something in the settings for something. I don't know. There we go. Oh, you know what? Actually, why even store it there? Best place to store it in your gun. There, I was gonna say. I know there's another one. What one is this? 545. All right, so that's for the regular old classic AK. Oh shit, the BTR, the dreaded BTR, and it's spotted. Quarter pounder seems to be a new favorite at Rumble. Yeah, naturally it would be Rumble where it's just straight up favoritism. It does favoritism. But they basically treat any YouTuber in any way. Like they would probably kill people for yeah, they would probably fucking murder people if one of their top YouTubers or streamers, you know, or their shoe punies wanted it. They're fostering a community of real Gavin Belsons over there. You know, I just realized today, just realized it in my mind's eye. But, shit. I got fucked up. Wait. Right here. Yep. There. Ah, all better. Isn't? Yeah, okay. But, the gay guy, Louis, from, American Psycho, that freaks out Patrick Bateman, is the same guy who played Gavin Belson in, Silicon Valley. I did not realize that. He's great, though. It's great. They added a bunch more enemies to this house, I know that. I was gonna stop playing this game. Here's the radius. Now I found it. I found the radius. Wow. I was going to stop playing this game, but, you know, now everything that happens, I gotta, this game is like one of my best benchmarks for trying stuff out. It's like, oh, I got a new headset, okay, let me get into the radius again. There's another one of these. What one is this? Oh, 9x3, no, that's for like the goofy Ogzimo rifle or whatever the fuck. 5.56, okay. You know what, actually. There we go. Another one of these. Yeah, I don't care. I got one on my sleeve already, and then like 2 at home, just in case I lose the one on my sleeve. Which I finished this game. I don't really care anymore about any of that crap. Can always use a lot of that. That has an extra big ass roll, in fact. What? Ah. Reaching my arm is definitely easier now. I think it may have refoculated the arm length or something, but it was a little tricky to reach my arm last time I played this on the Cosmos. Okay. Where's the, there's a quest thingy item. I think it's over there. What the? What? Yeah, I have one of these two. No. Nope. One of these. Okay. Yeah, just sell this piece of crap. It was, would love to know how those Rumble negotiations are going. Yeah, that sounds funny. Nick was fighting his own chat on Rumble tonight. Oh, I definitely want to see that. See, that's the thing, is that can also be a sign that, he's just fucking, getting pissed off about the LOL suit and all that stuff. Oh wait, this is for the thing actually. Yes, this one too. Nice. Okay, here, that'll be handy. Oh, what's in here? Wow, nothing. Yeah. Never understood the appeal of Arcade. I tried watching during Kickvic, and Nick always seemed like a whiny tryhard. That's the thing, is that people don't want to see that if they don't want to see that. It's one of the embarrassing things about somebody like Mersh, who is convinced that Nick Rekieta is in fact not an embarrassing gay wad, but in fact Nick Rekieta is very cool. And it just kind of, another one, and another one. You know what, also, oh, that's right, I actually emptied this, didn't I? So I should just put that there. Put this in here manually. No, I guess not. There we go. That's pretty cool. And politely close it. Okay. Anyways, yeah, it's sad because why would you stick up for somebody just because, like, oh, he said something I agree with on the internet? And I understand that it's good to see somebody on the internet finally, or what feels like finally noticing something that you've noticed, or you've been saying this whole time. It seems to wobble a lot anyways. Okay, whatever. Maybe that's something they're still working on fixing in this game. God knows. Candy bar. Why don't I? Don't I deserve it? Yes. I deserve a Snickers today. You're not you when you're hungry. There we go. Let's store this. I could just sell that too. I don't care. Anyways, yeah, the 10K. Wait, hold on a second. I watched Nick for a couple months in 2018. Quickly figured out he had no experience as a lawyer. He also tended to go for the bottle anytime he got emotionally rattled. Only did a handful of cases. I think it was like 10 cases. Nick's most high-profile trial was defending a woman who stole several $100,000 trying to romance the gay out-of-husband. That kind of sounds like some kind of Kettleman situation. In the Kettleman situation, Rekieta not only would have tried to keep the money for himself, but he would have tried to turn in the Kettleman saying, they tried to keep the money for themselves. And then people would be like, okay, so where is it? And it's like, were you a retractor? Something like that. A very Nick Rekieta-y kind of reaction. I just noticed that my feet show up now, although they're not showing up right. Floating a few inches off the ground or something. Let's see, sort of readjust this. face is kind of sweating where it's like against the Scotch tape. I could get like another third-party face thingy. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, there. That's what I'm doing. I could get one, but the thing is, it needs to stick out enough so that it's sort of bracing against my face and taking less pressure off the bridge of my nose. Ugh. Anyways, apparently the Quest 2 is just shaped a bit better for that, which is sad because I wouldn't want to have to get one. But brother will probably need a new VR rig, and I'm not spending my money on this. I didn't spend my money on this. It was Arxley who helped me get it. So again, big ups, big propers to him. Shotgun shells. There's just a bunch of bullets here. I'm gonna have to go manage these when I get back. Or am I? Okay, yeah. I've been able to identify these just by sight now. I know what a 5.56 looks like in this game. Probably in real life.
Wow, I can see the whole town from up here. Come on, Katya. Hold on to the rocks.
Shut up, Katya.
I can't. This thing is wobbly. I'm scared.
I'm scared. Shut up. Okay. Yeah.
Just one last time.
Shit. How am I? Okay. Okay. So yeah, again, Nick's most high-profile trial. This is a little blurry anyway. I gotta make sure that my eyes are like looking straight through the lenses, because if they're not, then everything's kind of blurry. There's the good one. Okay. Judge sentenced that woman to several years. Nick got mad and yelled at the judge. That judge is not a judge in the case. So, it's literally all connected, just every single part. Like, how do you not just, if you're a lawyer, it's like, why don't you just move out of the state at that point? You know, I'm tempted to throw a grenade and see what happens, but the grenade throwing is so wonky in so many games. That's a little skittery dude. Skittery. Anyways, where's the black box? I know I'm looking for it. Well, how about the local map thing? Yeah, not even close. Not even close. Anyways, yeah. It's, again, okay, I thought I'd change that too. Virtual stock Vignet turn Vignet run. Highlight dropped items, yeah. English language. Show body, seated mode, yes. Aim smoothing intensity. What? What does this mean? What if I turn it to 0? Snap turning, yeah. Movement method, normal, direction hybrid? No. Head, yes, there, okay, that's what I was looking for. Because again, when I'm like looking like this, I want to push forward on the stick and just go forward. It's the same if I'm doing like this, or this. And then if I turn my head, forward is wherever I'm facing forward. That's how every game should default in VR. I understand why they have different options, but head or HMD...
Is Max coming out to play?
No, Max is not coming. But yeah, that's... I was sure I said it that way.
I can see the whole town from up here. Come on, Katya. Hold on to the rocks.
I can't. This thing is wobbly. I'm scared.
I need food. And I'm not using this knife to eat. Ugh. I'm using my eating knife. This is a knife. Oh. Is that good? Yeah, that's good. This is actually one of the best VR games in all of history. in sort of the same way that Skyrim VR is, specifically because Skyrim VR is just Skyrim in VR with all of the content. Oh boy, what the hell? What the? Oh boy, yeah, slider. Okay, you know what? I got something for a slider right here. Yeah, come here. He didn't slide so well. Come and get it. Come and get it. I wasted a bullet. But that's okay. Oh, that must be where the black... Oh yeah, I see the black box now. It ate my knife though, so I am gonna have to put this on here, and I'll have to get myself a new eating knife. There is another guy over there. Okay. Is this, yeah, this is empty then. Yep. Okay, they fixed that where it was ejecting an extra bullet out every time I had this empty and reloaded. Whenever I would pull back on the bolt, an extra bullet somehow, even though that shouldn't even be possible, an extra bullet would come out every time. I don't even need to kill this guy, no. Microphone cord is down there. There we go. There we go. Okay. I'm tempted to kill that guy, but it's really kind of a waste of ammo. So let's go. We'll go back home. The other... Oh, wait. Yeah, that's the thing, is that the Alyssa Clips is just clip stuff, so it doesn't exactly cover the developments. I'm hoping that she'll do some clips of Nick yelling in his chat. I don't care if it's like an hour-long clip or 2 hours long, however long it has to be, showing the stuff that happened. It would be nice to have some analysis, but the only other person who even does talk about this on stream, apparently, is Josh Moon, and his analysis of it is so limp-wristed because he wants to be friends with Nick Rekieta. He wants to drink Nick Rekieta's piss. He's a complete fucking spineless jellyfish when it comes to the Nick Rekieta stuff. The only reason he talks about it at all, as he kind of admitted, at least on accident, in a sort of subconscious way, the only reason he talks about it at all is because people bother him and basically start to mock and make fun of him for not talking about Nick Rekieta. And he did talk about Nick Rekieta because he wanted preferential treatment. He wanted a sort of favoritism. He wanted cronyism with popular YouTubers. He wants to be the friend of a popular YouTuber. There we go. All this stuff is nice. Oh shit. Yeah, I just need to... I'm a little hungry. There we go. Nice. It's 2 in the morning. I'm hoping I'll still be up for movie night. Movie night this Sunday at 7:30 a.m. Or p.m. I mean, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is Shattered Glass with Hayden Christensen. Hayden Christensen's best movie by far in history, forever and ever. In fact, apparently he retired from acting, basically, generally. I think he was in that Obi-Wan show, but, you know, he came back because they threw a lot of money for... Apparently he's been just working on a farm. I think he owns a farm, maybe. I can imagine if you're in a Star Wars movie, it should be no problem to have your own farm. And to be honest, that's probably great. That sounds like a great idea, to just not have any engagement with Hollywood shit. But yeah, he was in what, that Sliders movie or Jumper. that movie was schlock, and then he was in Shattered Glass, which was good, and I think after that he was like, okay, that's kind of it. A lot of actors have had problems getting through the, or getting over the George Lucas curse, with the exception, of course, of that first movie, American Graffiti, which was surprisingly good. And yeah, like Harrison Ford was in that, and Ron Howard was in that, and so on. I got $20,000 now? Yes, nice. Alright, it's a little bright in here. It's definitely easier to grab the flashlight and stuff. Yeah, it's showing up better. This is easier to interact with. I'm not losing tracking. See, when I would have my hand like this at all, it would just freeze and start jumping randomly, or it'd be like jump over here or some shit. It's like, why is it moving itself? I don't want that. That wasn't my choice. So, let's see what, oh yeah, this is a pain in the ass to get to, that's a pain in the ass to get to, that's a pain in the ass to get to. Although I was right here, because I went to the castle. I went there, and then up there. But inside here is like 20 armored guys who shoot at you. So, yeah, I don't really want to deal with that. Okay. This is the swamp. This actually, mission 1? Oh, but I would have to go here and here to do mission 1, which is, I think, gathering a bunch of these things, which I probably did already. I'm just going to leave off on this. Here's all my stuff. Hey, here's all my stuff. Let's see. This needs to be refilled, actually. This is just about out. So, what's the chancing? Okay. You know, just store this, store that for later. Yeah, wait, I do need to sell this crap at least. Not that I plan to come back to this game ever again, but I didn't plan to come back to this game ever again last time, because I beat it several times. I even beat the old 1.0 fucking version of this game. That was very bizarre. And, yeah, I beat this game normally, and I beat it, yeah, who cares? And I beat it on hardcore, where the permadeath mode. I don't really care about grenades. Yeah, so this and this. How about one of these? I'll keep the ammo though. The ammo's always worth it. I didn't sell these before going out. Nope. I clearly should have. Keep that. You know what? I probably don't need the actual box for this. I can just go take those shells. Oh, 100 monies. For 130. Okay. Anyways. So I think this is working out so far. I kind of have to check the stream myself to see how it looks. Oh yeah, I even got the 4 mystical, magical glowing items. The glowing teddy bear, the glowing flashlight, glowing camera, and the glowing teacup. Also, this is the Grail, which is the artifact that you get at the very end of the game, and it sells for 10,000, and I'm just using it as a decoration on top of my mission computer. Here's the cakes from the various anniversaries. Here's a pack of sparklers. Also, again, that's from a mission. Whoa. No. You know what? Here, I know. I'm pretty sure. Yep, that I need to do a little bit of maintaining. Is it? Oh, that's topped off. Okay. There. So little maintaining. It's weird. They changed the toothbrush. They even changed the color of it. It's like an unnecessarily high poly now. Whatever. There's 2. There we go. No, wrong hand. There we go. There we go. And while I'm at it, since I did fire this, if you fire it at all, oh, there, and topped off, ready. Okay. What is this? What is this? 3. Okay. There we go. Yes, empty, empty. Ugh. I have to refill these later, maybe. I don't really have to. Although, is there one that has some? Nope. This one? Nope. This one? Nope. Might as well. I could take the Glock too. It's down there, isn't it? Yeah. In fact, there's 2 of them. In fact, don't I have a second Beretta? Oh yeah, I have the second Beretta right up there. Anyways, okay, so Rekieta stuff though. Hopefully the judge lets this advance. Yeah, I would like to see the judge advance. I mean, the fact that apparently the judge has like an actual thing. Let's see, I'm sure he felt a thing. Well, I didn't know that was the same judge. They decide if this continues in the next couple of weeks. It sounds like, now granted, the judge shouldn't use that as any of a basis, like Nick's past behavior as a basis for why he would, you know, react or respond that way. But he cried about beaten up. Well, the judge, listen, Nick has already lost. Yeah, he certainly should. And yeah, in a way, the fact that that trial, the lawsuit, is going on still at all, yeah, Nick has already lost. He's probably spent twice. Yeah, he's been whining about money. In fact, yeah, that was another thing, is that he ran Give Send Go, Grift Scam Glow, crowdfunding like you know, like a GoFundMe, an off-brand dollar store GoFundMe, to fund his legal fees. Like, he brags about how rich. This happens every time with these people who are like, we're rich, we're getting all this money, yeah, we're fucking rich, and I've got all these subscribers, and we got all these people who love us, and then, you know, just a tiny hardship. The Monty lawsuit should be nothing. But now he's whining about having to spend money. He's running campaigns that I don't think are going to pay out, because his campaign was for $50,000. He got $11,000, I think, so far. It's stalled out. And I don't think he'll get any of that money unless he gets the $50,000. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. That's how most crowdfunding things go, is if you don't meet the goal, they don't pay out. That Tart thought he was going to get help with the Give Send Go. Yeah, that's the thing also about Give Send Go, is that it's like one of the sad, dumb, like nerdy Christ cuckery, where it's like, send a prayer through Give Send Go, and it's like, fucking gay. How about, instead of a prayer, how about a gayer? Because that's what he is in real life. But yeah. But yeah, it's like such a weird LARPy kind of thing. It's like, hit this button, hit the prayer button to. Okay. Is this? Oh, it's a different. It is a different caliber. Okay. Well, whatever. Is it one of these? I think it's one of these. Then, isn't it? Come on, gimme. Ugh, shit. Not there. Okay. Okay. Do I have one of the? Is this an AUG? Yeah. Shit. Where's one of those stupid? God, what is it? What's it called? 762? No, I don't think so. No. What is this one? 9 by 39. I could have sworn I had a... Wait, yeah. Shit. Why I don't need AUG. I didn't want to keep the AUG. Wait, is this the... Okay, yeah. Isn't this for the, yeah, the Val. Okay. Okay. What's this mag, then? It's an AUG one? Yeah. Well, then who cares? Who even cares? You know what, though? I do need to refill some of this. Wait. 54R? Yeah, it has to be 51, isn't it? Yeah, okay. 54R is for the Muzzin Ant. Surplus. Why do I still have surplus for this stupid thing? What I should do is fix that. Does this need to be scrubbed? Not really. Okay. There. I'm going to keep the box just in case. And, okay, yeah, that should wrap up everything. Yeah, $20 in the last month, and half the donations are Mandy jokes. Yeah, that was a funny thing is, as much as I would say don't donate to Nick's grift scam glow because of to make a joke at him, considering that yeah, the $20 in the last month. I mean, and he was one of the biggest YouTubers. He got the most super chats aside from VTubers. Someone really needs to tell Pippa to smarten up. Tell that fucking tell that boovin to fucking wise up. Tell her that she should have been listening to shitty webcomics. She needs to hang out with cool people and not literal cuckolds. That's her. That's her problem. That's on her. Nick really thought going in that he was going to raise Vic scale money in a big point. Well, yeah, that's the thing, is that there's no reason he shouldn't, aside from the fact that the people who donated to Vic were doing that being sold on the concept of winning the culture war. There's no culture war to be won when you're donating to a cuckold who let the mask slip about what he really thinks about anime fans. That's anyone who believed that Nick Rekieta liked anime is the dumbest person on the planet. You are not actually a human being. You're the textbook definition of an NPC if you ever thought that Nick Rekieta ever even liked anime a little bit. You are easily manipulated. You could be brainwashed by a fucking poster. You're that stupid if you think that Nick Rekieta liked fucking anime at all.
What am I fighting for?
That was way too quiet. Nick really thought he was going to get Vic money, and a big portion of that 10K raised was extorted from his LawTube streamer. Yeah, that's another thing. Any one of his LawTubing friends who helped recommend anyone donate to Nick Rekieta's fund, they should be stripped of their license to practice, and then de-limbed. Unironically in real life, not in Minecraft. Anyways, good show as usual. I was surprised anyone showed up because I just wanted to see what it looked like to stream some of these other games, and to wear this thing with the goofy cotton balls scotch taped right here along the bottom, which well, I just need a break right now. Plus the battery on this doesn't run out very slowly. It runs out very quickly, the opposite of slow. I would like to just do a regular stream that's not even in VR, but that's not too important. Oh, was it not streaming any of this the whole time? Oh wait, no, it probably was. Was it? Yeah, because I was looking at it the whole time. Yeah, the goggles just turned off. Is it? Right. Oh no. Well, you know, if it's just VR view, okay, VR view's not showing anything. It's supposed to stream right eye. Okay, well, I mean, I learned something important at least. I thought that was streaming the video game. Just the last game was blank. Okay. Yeah, you know what? That might be a thing then. because it's streaming the game's footage from my PC through the router, through the Wi-Fi, into the goggles. And if I get this cord that just plugs into the goggles, it should give me less trouble with this kind of thing. I did switch games halfway through. So if it streamed Pavlov, then that's fine. I was playing Into the Radius just now, though. I got great footage of Into the Radius. I guess it just didn't show up, which is weird because, I mean, I was playing the game, it's showing up on my thing, but VR Viewer is just not showing anything, which is Steam's thing, and I don't know, it might be just that. That's fine, though. It is cool to chat about this stuff. If anyone's wondering, by the way, what's the title of this video about? Nothing. I had no intention of talking about I mean, the title of video says everything. Don't need to do a video, but at the same time, if you're looking for videos where we talk about the kind of stuff, what is the title of the video? It's something about like art or people who can't take criticism, or inability to take criticism is ruining indie comics. If you want to hear videos about that, our Subscribestar has lots of videos. There's bunches of videos going up. Videos just now started going up on our Subscribestar about the Alyssa Clips stuff, the comment sections of Alyssa Clips. I basically screen capped the Alyssa Clips comment sections and just started reading them on video, and the screen caps and the videos, you know, all that stuff with fun, happy gameplay footage that we recorded. All that stuff is on our Subscribestar, going up now, will be going up throughout the entire rest of next month and probably through August. And then after that is going to be a big covering of Nick Arcata, basically how he blew the Vic case, which even that stuff is old, to the point where at the time people were convinced that the Vic case wasn't blown and that Nick was going to salvage it, and people were still trying to be on Nick's side. It was just a few months before all the cuckold stuff came out. Edwin Boyett was disappointed at your JDA video last night. He was expecting content. Yeah, there's no content necessary. Nothing needs to be said. It's fucking JDA is a pussy, and he's short. Shorter than me, shorter than the adorable character that I'm playing in Into the Radius, which actually, yeah, that didn't show up, did it? So I guess that doesn't count. Never happened. It never happened. JDA is fucking JDA is yelling, I'm not owned, as he continues to shrink from 5'1" to 4'11" to 4'10" to 3'2". Anyways, I could actually do a stream where we talk about JDA stuff, but I mean, what do we even need to say? That he's embarrassing, that he is constantly letting himself get caught lying. He's embarrassing and constantly letting himself get caught lying, whether there's a stream or not. I hate how this microphone here picks up every time I breathe in. It's louder on my microphone than it is in real life. It's very bizarre. I didn't get how people were still thinking Vic was going to win after Ty crapped the bet. Yeah, apparently, and there's stuff about that I'm not even aware of and haven't kept up with. But yeah, Ty was messing up. There's a lot of mention of notary fraud, and I'm like, oh shit, that sounds fucked up. But I have no clue what that's about. I don't know what notary fraud is, and I don't know how he did notary fraud. All I know is that pretty much everyone agrees, whether they're on his side or not, pro Vic, kick Vic, pro Nick or not, or whatever. Even people who still desperately want to pretend that Ty Beard, Pussy Beard, is a good person, have been forced to admit that yes, he did notary fraud. He did it. And that's sad and gay. You know what I want to do, actually? Instead of this VR stuff, I'm going to take a break, and then I'm going to keep streaming. I'm going to try and stream something else. So I will be back in a minute instead of wrapping up. Here. Just give me a couple minutes. got to find a way to, oh yeah, I haven't saved an Into the Radius yet. Can I do that? It's theoretically it's still streaming. Let me try that. Hold on a second. No, I don't care. I know it auto-saved. I don't need to keep any of that progress. I have every achievement in the game and I finished it like 3 times. Now it's going to tell me unknown cloud error. Shut up. Shut up, Steam. Shut up, crime. And by crime, I mean Steam. Okay, now VR Viewer's showing something. Yeah. That's kind of bizarre, but whatever. I'll turn this off. Yeah, okay. Is it going to turn off OVR Toolkit? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm going to play some stuff. I'll also need a controller. Soundpad is still running here. Is there a volume setting for Soundpad?
What am I fighting for?
Get this untangled there. Yeah, wait, what if I do this? This adjust the volume of your speakers to change the volume at which sounds are played to others. Let Soundpad measure the volume of your voice. Okay. Hello. Yeah. Okay, it's measured. Voice volume 89 decibels. Holy shit. That sounds very loud. Fixed volume adjust. Okay, whatever. Okay.
What am I fighting for?
That sounds louder at least. I don't really need Soundpad on though. Let's see. Let us see. What am I doing? Roll done. Okay. Yep, okay. All the money for the GoFundMe went to Thai Beard. Yeah, that is hilarious. What do I want to play? VideoTube? No. Liam Gray did a video several months back where he explained his suicide attempt. Okay, I missed that. Yeah, I wish I didn't miss that because that stuff is that stuff's interesting. He convinced all the doctors at the mental hospital he was a victim. I mean, technically he was, considering that every single person who was Liam Gray's friend and on his side either turned into his biggest enemy performatively to avoid a criminal investigation into themselves, or they jumped on a bandwagon to appeal to those people that were his friends, or they risked public humiliation and in fact lost supporters and fans over their continued support of Liam Gray. So yeah, he was, in a way, he certainly was the victim of all that, except all of it was because, I mean, he was manipulated by people, but it was also his choice. I mean, unless Liam Gray is not a human being and he doesn't have any true agency, it is, everything he chose to do was still his fault. He was happy to do it, in fact. I mean, even if he doesn't have agency, he's responsible. So, irregardless, if you will. Let's see, if I hit this, okay, yeah, it just goes to black. So it should show RetroArch if I start playing RetroArch. But do I want to? Sort of. What happened? You know, here, fucking hit that first just to see what is up and what it will look like. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Dot hack. Ah, I'd love to play it. Twilight Princess. I'd love to avoid that. That game sucks. Here we go. This is a good game. Let me load state first. Okay. Here we go. So that should be showing up now. In fact, can I tell it's showing up? Yeah. Looks good. The only problem is now I can't really see the chat, not unless I Okay. So yeah, as far as the title of the video, just throwaway title. But at the same time, it's, you know, it speaks for itself, and it is something that's pretty much undeniable, except for people who don't want to really accept the truth or objective reality and personal experience, if you will. Silver ore. There's some quest that wanted ore. Actually, I should be able to. Villagers. Which guy is the guy who's the... No. Not this guy, isn't it? Gold ores. So I got silver ore. Well, what's this? What does she want? Is this something I had completed? Because then I should just leave. I could just leave. But yeah, I mean, it's not even a point of like which people, naming names or any of that kind of shit. It's clearly any fucking indie creator, and it's getting worse because people allow it. People defend thin-skinned e-celebs. They want to. It's sort of like that Patrice O'Neill quote to paraphrase, people want to be abused, they won't settle for less. So people don't want honesty. Oh, just openly. People don't even want honesty. They desperately want to be lied to. They don't care what the lie is as long as it's their lie that they want to believe. Where's this lady now? She's in one of the houses, right? Is it this one? Yeah. Do I remember? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess if it was a gold-colored thing. Wow.
May the light go with you.
She's incapable of emotion. Wow. Oh. Diamond and onyx. Okay.
May the light go. Hi. May
She
the
doesn't
light
know
go
though,
with you.
that my emotions were sealed by the trauma of Dominus. Or whatever's going on with the story. Kind of forget. Anyways,
Hey, want to buy something?
Hey. Hey, what? Huh? Well, what am I replacing then? I don't know. Oh, let's see. Lightning, ice, flame. Well, I don't really want any of these, but in fact, it's a little too expensive.
Come back again.
Of course, jewelry for this broad is going to be expensive. Anyways. See, I can just save in this, right? Just go to the save thing and save. Yeah. Yeah. And back here. Let's see. Let's look at the Chiat. The Choyat. I'm gonna review Cyberfrog 2. We did already, actually. It's on the, it is on the Subscribestar. We reviewed it, over a year ago. The thing is that, just like in, there's that video we did, the preview, but also the general video clip and the full video that we did called the Lawnmower Man Effect or the Lawnmower Man Syndrome, that's been on our Subscribestar for a while. And it's basically about how at least we are capable of judging the objective merit of something without actually having to experience the whole thing, the same way that the Lawnmower Man was able to judge the merit and enjoy several CDs of music all in a row, all in the time span of a few seconds. It's the exact same thing, in fact. Yeah, 290,000 is a lot for a case that went nowhere fast. Yeah, and people were still coping and making excuses and rationalizing that, well, he gave the money back. That's, you know, the same thing happened with the Mark Waid trial, where he surrendered the, you know, your boy Zach surrendered the trial. And people were like, well, he said he would give the money to a charity. And it's like, yeah, you know he doesn't have control of that money, right? So unless you have the check going to the charity and the charity receiving it, that was a lie that you chose to believe because you intentionally desire to believe lies. People love believing lies every time. It's something that I've just never had any capacity for, even when they're lies to my benefit. Especially because, I mean, if it's a lie to my benefit, it's not really to my benefit. It never has been. So I'm always like, okay, well, you know, that's interesting, but we'll have to see where that goes. And if you have proof, you gotta fucking show with that. And, you know, I've had people who were so demanding to be convincing that they're like, yeah, the proof, it's coming up. And it's like, okay, well, go ahead and show it to me whenever. And then nothing happens. And it's like, okay, so you're just trying to, for some reason, at that point, I consider it personal, even if they don't. But anyways, it got appealed all the way to the Texas Supreme Court. The appeals were expensive. It's showing you're going to review Cyberfrog 2. Yeah, no, I'm not going to review Cyberfrog. I mean, we have already. The thing is that there's no point in reviewing Cyberfrog 2 because the only things we could say about Cyberfrog 2 now are what we said about Cyberfrog 2 a year ago when the book wasn't considered. I mean, Ethan was telling people it was finished. But when Ethan was telling people it was finished, we reviewed it based on the thumbnails that he posted. And I know that it will not be different. It's not going to be fixed, except in an attempt to address what we had pointed out was wrong with it, just based on that in the first place. So yeah, as far as it's like reviewing a fucking there's you know, a lot of comparisons, lots of metaphors that could be made. Why do I come up with these genius metaphors? But it's like if Neil Breen robbed a bank and then pretended to make a movie with the money that he got from robbing that bank, but he didn't actually fucking make a movie. It would be like reviewing that. It's like, what exactly is it? Powerful shield cliff, is it? If it's not attacking, how powerful is it? Best offense is a good defense. Best defense is a good offense. But anyways, yeah, it's fucking, like, Neil Breen's not even a fair comparison because Neil Breen actually makes movies. Imagine, can you imagine such a thing actually making movies? But yeah, it's not a real comic book. It's a virtue signal in the guise of a comic book. And the thing is that Ethan drew it because he has to do something. He had to release it at some. at some point. And if it wasn't for us, he wouldn't have released it. He released it because we were fucking all enjoying laughing at him not being able to release it. And he knew the longer that went on, the more people were already leaving his audience. The more people were leaving his audience and joining us. We've had a bunch of people who subscribe to our channel, who go to our Discord, who read our Discord, who follow me on Twitter, who are subscribed to us on Subscribestar and give us money, give us fat money. What am I doing? Why am I doing that? Okay, it's gonna kill me one more hit. You know what I should do? The most cheapest heal I have. Just going back to town. But yeah, all the people who were leaving comments on his Indiegogo, mocking him, insulting him, calling him a scammer, saying that they want to sue him, saying that they want to report him, all that kind of stuff. If it wasn't for that, the Cyberfrog 2 still would not have been released. And people would defend it by saying it's gonna look great and all that shit. They do openly excuse his behavior, and they're happy to excuse his behavior. They enjoy excusing his behavior. Which one? Okay. Yeah, there's really gonna do. Oh, what about this? This does the least damage. Great. Okay. But yeah, he, shit, that's pretty good. Yeah, Ethan, would, not have finished Cyberfrog. He wouldn't have finished Cyberfrog 1 if it wasn't for us making fun of him and us being proven right about, the fact that, because he doesn't care about the customers, proven, of course. But the fact that Comicsgate then continues to support his behavior shows that the movement itself doesn't care about its customers either. Because any movement or any group of people that really did truly care about its customers would not support Ethan's behavior. They would not even make excuses for it. They would say, you know, this Ethan Van Sciver guy, I don't care what his credentials are. I don't care how popular he is. But of course, I mean, that is the crux of the human race, of human nature, is that people will overlook any bad behavior, no matter what, as long as the person doing it is popular and they think they can get something out of that person. That's all that matters. That's the highest priority to anyone, except us. And that's proven. I'm not just saying that. We've actually proven that because we've had the opportunity to, kiss the ring and all that shit, and we didn't. We chose not to. And it wasn't even out of the way they try and cope with that, which proves them wrong, of course. Okay, actually, I did really need that. Their cope for that was, oh, you guys are just trying to do it for attention. And it's like, if we wanted it for attention, we would have gotten more attention for it. We do it because it's true. We do it legitimately because I believe, personally, that my integrity and honesty is more important than internet fame. And that's not my opinion. That's what other people have actually said about me. It makes me sound like I'm a really honest, forthright person with the most integrity. The thing is that that's not a business positive. Having any integrity doesn't get you money. You don't get money or fame or popularity by having integrity. All you get from having integrity is integrity. That's it. Integrity, even, you could call it. What the hell? How did I not get that? Well, who cares? But being an honest person who can actually claim moral consistency and prove that you stay morally consistent, it doesn't equate to fame or money. As much as people like Ethan Van Sciver or Nick Rekieta have tried to pretend that it does. When they say, you know, that you're criticizing somebody just to chase clout or that you just want clout, ignoring the fact that they themselves are already proven to chase clout by pretending to hold values that they don't hold. But if attacking popular people was all it took to get popular yourself, every single person would do it. And they also, of course, intentionally choose to ignore that it's not for, you know, it's not being monetized or promoted. Nice, okay. Blow ring? What the hell is that? Okay. Let me look at the blow ring. Priestess ring? A strike attribute. Well, that, okay. Okay, I get it. I get it. Which actually is helpful. Strike is the blunt thing. That's good against these skeleton guys. Okay. I want to make sure that there's not another red chest around here because those are like really good treasures that you can only open once. This is the boss room. I knew there was something I needed to double jump in this area for, so that's why I'm here. And back home. Pretty good. And save's gone. Let's see, some of the other things. SWC did a review of art only, no dialogue, early version of Cyberfrog 2 that EAVS accidentally released. I'm not even sure that was accidentally. He was trying to sort of brag about how it was finished. It may have been accidentally, but didn't he post that to Kiwi Farms or something to be like, yeah, I got the comic done. You check it out, and it's and so he posted a screen cap of the thumbnails. So we just took the screen cap of thumbnails, zoomed them in a bunch, because they were actually pretty big pictures. They were big image files of all the thumbnails. It was 2 of them, in fact, or maybe 3. And we just went over them, looking over the what could be figured out from looking through that. Wait, is the chat not showing up here? The chat's not showing up. Yeah, just wait, hold on a second. Yeah, that's right. VR stream. There. Yeah, here's this source. I should try and make I don't know if that's going to show up. It shouldn't. If I just add a new source, what kind of source is it? What is it? Properties. Local file? No. Properties for chat. What is it? I don't know what this is. Interact? No. 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 Oh wait, no, I can look at the icon. Browser, okay. Add existing. Chat, yes. There we go. Yep. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Where is it? It's at the very top of everything? Okay, I don't really need that. You know what? Oh, I should put it above screen blocker. Okay, that makes sense. That's pretty cool. Okay. Indiegogo comments are great. Yeah, that's and for anyone who either is unaware, I guess, or anyone who is aware, if you're not subscribed to our Subscribestar, we have 40 videos now, where like 35 or 37 of them are us just reading the Indiegogo comment sections for Ethan Van Sciver's campaigns. For Cyberfrog, we did videos a long time ago reading the Cyberfrog 1 comment sections, but there's a series called Comicsgate is Circling the Drain, where it's up to 40 parts, which are to go up, but there are, I think, 25 up so far, and more to be going up in the coming months, where we're just reading through and showing the screen caps of Ethan Van Sciver's comment sections for Cyberfrog 2, for Rainbow Brute. I don't know if there was any for that Snowman comic. There probably are a bunch of comments, but I don't think we have them screen capped. There's some for Cash Grab, some for a couple other people who I forgot. They're forgettable and not interesting. But a few other Comicsgate people, the comment sections of their campaigns. Your reviews seem to have a real impact on the final Cyberfrog 2. Yeah, apparently us and Vicky had a hand in deciding what Cyberfrog 2 ended up as. And the question also is, did Cyberfrog 2, did he hire a writer and an editor after we goofed on him, after we made fun of him, after our criticizing, after our reviews? He may have he may have just paid off anyone in Comicsgate who is capable of writing, which I don't think is anyone. He may have just had to look for somebody to be like, here, make my story, make my comic make more sense. The Space Cowboy saying, wonder if he's going to skip the Snowman and Rainbow comic and spend the next 4 years on Cyberfrog 3. Yeah, he is absolutely cheating and ripping off his backers by not having that Rainbow Brute comic finished already. But even if it was finished, who the fuck wants to read a Rainbow Brute comic? That's the dumbest idea ever. It's a low IQ idea that every part of it, the only person who would make a Rainbow Brute comic is an effeminate, closeted homosexual who is desperately trying to convince really stupid people that he's actually straight. Black Flag and Shinobi Sasquatch. I think we did read some of the comments for Shinobi Sasquatch, I think. I'm not sure. The lame Malin JLA ripoff. Oh, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I didn't even know that existed. Sort of like how Ethan Van Sciver himself doesn't seem to know that Snowman comic ever existed, because he refuses to talk about it. And when people say to him and mock him, saying that he has like 2 or 3 late comics, he'll say, I think you only mean 1. And it's like, if you even have 1 late comic, you're pathetic. You are one pathetic loser. Ethan Van Sciver is a beta male soy boy cuck by any standard. But the benefit to American comic book nerds is that American comic book nerds by nature don't have any standards. If they had standards, they wouldn't be fans of American comic books. It's like that old joke about if socialists understood economics, they wouldn't be socialists. If American comic book fans had standards, they wouldn't be American comic book fans. Cecil, a.k.a. David Vols, is done with this shit. There's no way he will bother again. Well, he certainly should. He shouldn't have bothered in the first place. The only person who was really writing that Cash Grab book was Nurkish. And there's a couple mentions from behind the scenes that Cecil's contribution to Cash Grab from the very beginning was so unfunny and pointless that Nurkish, who knows funny way better than Cecil ever will, just had to be like, nope, that's not going in. With Nick one leg out of the closet and Cecil having never been convincing as hetero, Ethan is indeed the biggest one in the closet, yeah. Ricada and EVS both have the same gay, high-pitched, low-T voice, yeah. It's funny because, again, look at how many people convinced themselves that Ricada was high-T. How do you even get through life just not walking into traffic when you're the kind of person who thinks that Nick Ricada is high-T? Do you even see cars passing on the street or anything on the road? Are they visible to you? Are you capable of perceiving them? If you're that you're going through life that delusional. I don't know. It's not a problem I ever had, that's for sure. At least, if I ever had that problem, it was when I was maybe 12 or 13, 14. Because you know how it is when you're a kid. Like, movies are real life and that kind of shit. Well, maybe not when you're 12. When you're 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So many numbers. There's so many numbers. But, yeah, when you're like 15, maybe you definitely want to believe everything that you want to believe. And some people just never grow out of that. They're just stuck at that age mentally for the rest of their lives. And look at like Sammy Hagar. He's like 17 years old for his entire life. Because when you peak at that age, there's no reason to change. There's no reason to change what you are, what you're like. When you become popular at a young age, you're benefited by staying that age mentally for as long as humanly possible. Even if it stops benefiting you, you have to stay that way because it's a gamble to stop. It's sort of like the 90% of gamblers quit just before they hit it big. It's like if you're mentally 17 when you're popular and then you're 30 or 40 years old, it's like, okay, if I stop being mentally 17, if I have to change my entire life, what if I was just about to hit it big again? Usually people who do hit it big are the people who are like, nah, I don't fucking want to be like this anymore. I want to change as a person. And suddenly they've reinvented themselves and they become good at something else, maybe. Yeah, Ricada high T. Yeah, people were furious. A lot of Dick Masterson's fans and friends, apparently. I remember fucking having screaming meltdowns at me over Twitter. The fucking certainly the coolest, most masculine way to have a screaming meltdown over Twitter. Yeah, that was some of his people were like, oh, you fucking asshole, Nick Ricada's the best person. You never be, you know, that kind of shit. And I think some of them, you know, years later, after all these stuff that I had noticed initially, became impossible for even the dumbest of normie pig cattle to not notice. Some of them came crawling back, basically, and were forced to admit that, yes, Nick Ricada was everything I had said he was. He was everything that I had thought and pointed out. And maybe they didn't exactly want to admit it. Maybe some of them just quietly had to shut up. Some of them blocked me and have unblocked me or something like that. In general, I'm not actually sure. I just know, I remember a lot of Nick Ricada piss drinkers were like, oh, you fucking disgusting. And then now all of a sudden they kind of have shut up about that. I know one of the people who has been consistent, at least. He's never backpedaled or changed his mind. Was a Spectre07. He is a Ricada piss drinker to the grave. He will always be morally consistent. Now by punching in the content again. But I'm definitely not using all my tactics very well. Just hit the leg. Sweep the leg. Yeah, fuck. Whatever. I'm not opening this. Walk away. Kind of a cheap tactic on my part there. Wah, wah, ha, hoo, hiya. Nose is kind of closed up. I'm thinking of clipping this microphone to a different part of my shirt instead of just the collar. The collar is the easiest place to clip it, of course. Oh wait, did I do it? Fuck. Ah, shit. That's not good. I don't want to do that. Maybe if there's... Right. Oh, shit. No. Okay, you know, this works. It's not doing a lot of damage, but it works. I just want to kill this one. I need to add it to the monsterity. Maybe it'll drop something. Okay, the lightning definitely. Okay, there, fine. And it didn't drop nothing. Am I going to be able to get back to the same point? Yeah, I gotta focus on this. That's focus on things. Ugh. Stupid. Stupid. No, but it's cool, I guess. I did 11 damage. Shut up. Okay. There we go. Not even gonna bother. Stupid balloons. Balloon knots. Anyways, what I'm gonna do also. Time for save scumming. That's what I play in emulators. I pick emulators for the save scumming. I mean, I've already beaten this game before. I would say legitimately, but it was on the R4, which is still legitimate, because the R4 didn't have save station. There, fuck. I'm falling further at this. Ah. I think I should wear the blow ring. Why not? I'm doing like 13 more damage per hit. Yes, it's okay. You know what though? I think the priestess ring just gives me a bunch of other good stuff. Yeah, right. I was talking about some stuff. I was talking about some things. There's a lot, but here's the thing is that our Subscribe Star videos are a lot more focused because I don't play video games while recording those. My brother plays video games, but I'm, you know, reading the notes and checking out the stuff and you know, getting the screenshots on there, and then I do the editing and stuff, which is pretty simple stuff at least. Volgrando was the one I just got or something. Yep. Huh. Okay. Shit. Okay. Oh, what's this? What the hell is it? What the hell is this? Oh yeah, the videos on our Subscribe Star have a lot more detail and focus, which is also good. It's always good to have focus on what I'm actually talking about. These streams are just for goofing around. I wanted to test this stuff because I don't think I've ever streamed me playing RetroArch, which for those who don't know, free on Steam, and it basically is just a big program that bundles a ton of emulators, including NES, Super Nintendo, Genesis, Nintendo DS, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, MAME, all sorts of arcade emulators, and like all sorts of crazy random stuff like Commodore 64, Nintendo 64. It's missing some of the more modern mainstream stuff like the Zemu, the Xbox emulator, but it does have PlayStation 1 and 2 emulators that work pretty well. The PlayStation 1 emulator especially. PlayStation 2 emulator is a little iffy. In fact, the PlayStation 2 emulator that comes with RetroArch, if you just downloaded the independent version of it, I think it's called PCX 2 or something, that works a lot better than the one that comes with RetroArch, which is a little unfortunate, I guess, but it's nice that it works. And let's see, there was just a bunch of other emulators. There's like 50 or something that just come in this one program that all use this unified HUD of like this menu that you just work with the controller. So it's completely foolproof. I don't have to bind anything to mouse buttons or keys or any of that kind of shit. It's just everything's kind of built right in. So that's really cool and very convenient and been kind of a lifesaver. Poison. Oh, fuck. Almost. Oh, it's a nice person. Is that fat lady with giant fucking milkers? Yes, it is. Oh yeah, I rescued her kids already. So I finally found their mom. All right. Literal milk. Is it? Okay. Let's see. You know what? I reward myself with a fucking quick save. Oh, that actually does a lot of damage. That's a crazy looking one. Okay. I got meat. Operation Meat. Yeah, having a Nintendo and Super Nintendo emulator that just run through the same program and just work, completely out of the box foolproof is quite delightful. Plus, again, it's free. All you need is the ROMs, which that's very separate. That's a whole separate thing. At all. In fact, I shouldn't be using two weapons like this. I should be using like a weapon and then a spell. Because then, yeah, I can do that. It does sick damage. Yeah, 2-shot him. Sweet. Salvita. Sweet. I hate these cursed balloon things so much. Let me check the chat again. What's this? Oh, that's one of the things for that quest. I just need a diamond then. Anyways, yeah, on the Alyssa Clips channel, Jim Tuner has been leaving lots and lots of good comments. I highly recommend them. In fact, let me check the thing. Fuck ape shit out. How does the PS2 emulator run? It does run pretty well for a lot of things. The problem is my brother wanted to play the Ace Combat games. He tried playing, I think, Ace Combat 5 on the PS2 emulator that comes with RetroArch, and it was very slow. So he downloaded the PS2 emulator that was independent, and it ran basically perfectly. It was really cool. Gotta go clip some more Ricada and confirm the identity of the one he and Lady Gollum proposition during Weeb Wars. Yeah, you know what? Again, that's stuff I would like to know about. If there's any internet drama I want to know about, it's that kind of, specifically that stuff. I bought Crosscode a couple days ago because it was on a big sale. Steam Summer Sale just started, but I bought Crosscode, a game called Crosscode, which was on my wish list probably for a few years. And I add them to my wish list just to see if they go on sale for low enough that I want to buy them. And but then I forget what game it is. I was like, what is this? So, you know, a good store page is always important. And it looked neat. So or did I own it already? I may have owned I think I just bought it. Yeah, I think I just bought it. Because there's a big handful of games that I've owned for years that are just in a play later list that I made on Steam. Like Monster Boy, The Dragon's Trap. I just tried playing that last week, and very cute graphics, really great graphics, but the gameplay was like playing an old Genesis game or an old Master System game, and I just didn't really care. And they have my money. I bought the game, so I don't owe them playing the game. I'm for supporting that kind of stuff, but if it's not thrilling me in the first 10 to 20 minutes, and it looked like I basically experienced just about everything there was to experience. If it was my kind of game, or if it was 10 years ago, I'd probably finish it. But instead, I dumped it and uninstalled it, and I pulled it off of my play later or even play now list. It's just gone, and it's not like an insult to the game. I'm not going to leave a negative review. I'm just not going to play it. But Crosscode, I bought that because it was on a big fat sale. And I played that for about 5 to 10 minutes, and I was like, this is cool, because it was kind of like Chrono Trigger, but completely freeform, action-based, you know. Graphics were very reminiscent of Chrono Trigger, sort of the same color scheme in a way. And an interesting combat system. So I think I would like to play some of that while listening to some of these Ricada clips, because there's a bunch of them. And it's funny. I've never been the cow watching type, even for people who clearly deserved it. But it is annoying to listen to Nick Ricada try to pretend like he's not a big gay wad. But the thing is that now, with everyone turning on him and him getting what he fucking deserves, it's much more pleasant to listen to him, to hear him suffer. I just want to psychologically break him, you guys. Gator, I'm just trying to psychologically break him. Richard claims that his Jawjackers 4-book, Jawbreakers Forever, is being lettered, currently 8 months late. That's You know what's funny is that Richard's comics being late don't even really mean much to me. Like, if his comic was 2 years late, that would be fucked up. If it was even a year late, that's fucked up. The comics that were late were fucked up. But whether they come out or not, they are objectively some of the worst comic books ever made by a human being. They are, like, everything that is wrong with the SJW woke comic books is wrong with Richard C. Myers comic books. His comics are not only no better, they're usually the exact same in every single way, at best. Usually worse. Ukeda deserves all this and it's fun to watch. He has deserved it for a long time, and the thing is that most of the people he's friends with deserve it. Even more, to some degree, but also because he's friends with them. Because they use their platform to lie, not just about us, but because in a way it's like it's sometimes it hurts to or not hurts, but it's worse to see somebody else get hurt, because you don't want to see them not manage to be able to deal with it or whatever. It's like, you know, you scrape your knees and they're bleeding and shit, and it's like, ugh, that hurts, but I'll power through it. But then you see somebody else do it, and it's like, you know, what can I do to help this person? Some people aren't like that, I know. Some people are only like that for show. Some people maybe are only like that to try to show themselves, to be like, maybe I'll be a good person if I pretend to care or something. Which is an interesting it's an interesting thing to study, I think. But the fact is, like, seeing other people be slandered, people who, you know, maybe have some promise or potential, just be pushed out of doing what they wanted to do. People self-censoring. People have basically wanted to speak up and be honest and tell the truth about something they've personally witnessed, and have chosen not to because they didn't want to deal with Nick Rekieta deciding to use his platform to lie about them and to obfuscate and to brainwash people and to cover up the truth. I know people personally who know stuff that has gone on that they've wanted to talk about, and they've told me that they can't talk about it in public because if they do, Nick Rekieta and or his fans and or his friends will go after them, and they don't want to even have to bother dealing with that. So Nick Rekieta, through that, is directly responsible for censorship. He is against freedom of speech by that nature. He's been against freedom of speech in many situations, and we're also examples of that, where he is directly been against freedom of speech and used his platform to have people believe lies about us. He still does that, but he's been doing that for years, going back many years now. Even going back to the beginning, where I was on a stream. I wish I could find that stream. I was able to find it on BitChute, but the fucking video doesn't load. Thanks again, BitChute. But and also, of course, thanks again, YouTube and Ethan Van Sciver and Liam Gray, because it was on the previous YouTube channel, which is now banned, of course. Yeah, Rekieta's an SJW, just like EVS, exactly. Richard will never be able to top that first Jawbreakers book that he drew himself. Yeah, that's right. That's the funny thing, is that Jawbreakers book that he drew himself sucked a dick, but it was also the best comic that he has ever made. It was a solid 3 out of 10 for comics, which is already terrible. Typical RCM character, stoic former Marine, divorced, hangs out with other divorced former Marine muscle guys who are all gay. One of them was canonically gay too, wasn't he? Luster Dog's back in the chat. Hello. I think Arxley might be asleep. But it's funny because it's like 3 in the morning. I really wasn't expecting anyone in the chat. What are people doing in the chat? What the hell? what the hell is this? Anyways, it's not a Richard comic without a giant ape. The giant ape is the guy who's writing it. The dumb giant ape without a heart or a soul or a brain. It was, yeah, RetroArch. It is pretty cool. The thing is that I like emulators in general to be able to play all the delightful games that I've enjoyed. RetroArch just makes it easier to just plug in a controller and load up the ROM, basically. It takes a little fiddling sometimes. Sometimes it's finicky with figuring out how to make it find your ROMs or whatever, but or finding out the right thing in the menu to do something or something like that. Bringing up the sub menu so that you can quick save is something I had to find out. It's like, how the hell do you... And by default, I think it's holding down the start button for 3 seconds or something. And I was like, okay, how do I rebind that? And I was fiddling around with the menus for a while trying to find the hotkeys section. So now I have it bound to clicking both sticks, which is good. And it's very necessary. But aside from that, like, it's, you know, like any program or game, you just have to get used to how it's played after a while. I've never seen so many dudes with soul patches in a comic. Yeah, Richard, that was the thing, is that in the 90s, soul patches were supposedly seen as something cool. Actually, in the 90s, soul patches were for pretentious douches. But I'm sure Richard thought they were cool. When they weren't. They were never cool. I'm sure Richard thought he was cool back in the 90s. And I'm sure he was not either. Let's see, I did a save, right? Let's see. I'm sure there's going to be a boss or something. Yeah, a boss. That's just one of these guys. Mimic. Thank goodness. Oh god, I picked up an eagle. When I see he's about to drop a spell, it's like, oh, a spell. It's like, oh yeah, it's a dumb shield spell. I want the wolf head. That's what I want, but I don't think you get that until you get to Dracula's castle, which is not yet. I don't need this. I'm gonna play a little bit of this, and then again, what I want to do is go. I want to go play Crosscode and listen to those delightful clips. Big ups to Alyssa Clips, who I'm sure doesn't watch my videos, but she does follow me on Twitter now. In fact, she had followed me on Twitter already for a while. I got hit into the place that I wanted to go. What's the other? Yeah, Volgrando. I don't need Vol. Here's one thing that is annoying about playing the DS emulator is the A button is in a different place and does something. The A button is where the B button is for a Xbox controller, but it's also the approve button for menus and shit on basically any Nintendo console, which is kind of annoying. What am I doing? Oh yeah, where's the site? Vol. It's called Vol something. Yep. Yeah, this is good. Whatever. You know what? I should actually save. Just so that this takes, so that I don't have to go replay it. There we go. Save scum. Scum. I could actually get all the hearts back instantly. Shit. I just blew a ton parts there, but maybe if I hit him, just hit him enough. Let this recharge. Anyways, but yeah, it is definitely fun seeing Rekieta get what he deserves for, again, just at the very least, for being responsible for censorship while trying to pretend that he's not and trying to hide behind. He hides behind freedom of speech to pretend that he isn't responsible for censorship. And a lot of people are not able to even accept or admit to themselves inside that he is. They want to pretend that he would never do that because he says. And that is good enough for most people, is he says he wouldn't do that, so therefore he never has done that. That's people just straight up believe that, no questions asked. Which is very sad of them. And that's the other thing, is that I understand being friends with somebody who is who does something stupid. I mean, we were basically friends with Preston Poulter. Apparently not enough for his to, he didn't have a blue name on our Discord. Oh no. But we were generally friendly to him. That should be good enough for anyone. But it wasn't. But at the same time, like after the cuck stuff came out about him, it was like, we were still honest. We didn't go like, well, I'm not going to talk about that, or there's nothing wrong with it. We straight up said, yeah, there's something wrong with that. I'm not for that. I'm not against doing. I'm not against. Or I'm not for that. I'm against doing that. You shouldn't do that. But it was something he did. And he was saying that, it was when he was younger and he was, going through this, and it was because of this when he was abused as a kid or something. It's like, well, that's pretty fucked up. I understand being in a weird situation in life where you feel like you want to try weird things or something. I'm not really. I would say you shouldn't film it. You should avoid doing it at all. But whatever, I guess. Just because I don't understand it doesn't mean it's inherently a bad thing, I guess. But now I'm like, you know what? No, I reserve the right to. And I said it was a bad thing to do. It's not a good thing to do. So I was judging it, which are anyone's right to. But the one person who is definitely not right to judge him was Nick Rekieta, because Nick Rekieta does the same shit. But I understand Nick Rekieta having friends who are like that, who are embarrassing, who do dishonest stuff. Like, well, here's the thing, is that Preston's dishonesty about that didn't even come until later. He was saying all this stuff about, like, he did this because, he was in a bad headspace or whatever. It's like, that's sad, but I didn't know he was lying. Once I found out he was lying, it's like, okay, no, I want nothing to do with you for the rest of your life. I'm not going to defend you, and I'm not going to stay silent for your feelings or whatever the fuck. And the thing is that Rekieta, on the other hand, does. If Rekieta was friends with a child rapist, Rekieta would stay silent for it. In defense of them, because only if if it wasn't going to blow back on him. If it was, then he would have to cut off contact with them. But again, like Comicsgate with Slick Jimmy, Comicsgate had no problem being friends with Slick Jimmy until he was arrested. Then when he's arrested, suddenly, and people out there knew Slick Jimmy was like that. That Umbrella guy knew that Slick Jimmy was like that. And most likely, 99% chance, very easy bet, that Umbrella guy is the exact same. He's no different. He's fucking just like Slick Jimmy. and certainly has no place to judge anyone on their personal lives, considering that even with that Umbrella guy not being caught being an actual pedophile, regardless of that, he is caught being a cuckold who him and his wife openly got caught catfishing random strange dudes over the internet for dick pics and just for scamming them. For basically no one's benefit. They just did it just to do it. And it's the behavior of a psychopath in every single instance. No good person, certainly not a good parent, would ever do that. And Nick Rekieta is covering up for that. There's no other way around it. Nick Rekieta is not blissfully unaware. Nick Rekieta knows that he's friends with people who do shit like that. And in fact, proven by the fact that I asked Nick, hey, what do you think about this? Because the thing is, one of Nick's other friends was directly involved with that. It was Doug TenNapel who gave money to one of the guys that Tug and his wife catfished. Because the guy was stranded, flat broken in the middle of nowhere. And Doug TenNapel and Doug Ernst. And the funny thing is, yeah, Doug TenNapel and Doug Ernst both helped the guy out, and I had never heard of this story until like last year. And I was like, so people knew about this and just decided not to talk about it. Why do people simply allow this behavior instead of, saying, we need to not associate with anyone who is in any way responsible for that? And the thing is, when you do that, when you, like, if you're involved in it, and fucking, like, say, you helped give the guy money so that he could get back home and stuff, I understand that. But if it's your friend who does that, and you work to support and platform them, you are complicit in them doing it. So if it does turn out that that Umbrella guy has raped a child in any way, or is in any way involved in child abuse, which he is a child abuser himself, but people kind of don't care about child abuse that's just merely neglect. They will make excuses. People will make excuses for that and say that's not bad parenting when it is. But if he's involved in child rape in any way, Nick Rekieta is culpable. He's directly responsible. I don't care what anyone says. He's responsible for it. Because it was on him to at least not promote the guy. If somebody's a child rapist, don't promote them. It doesn't matter if you don't know or not, which Rekieta knows. Rekieta absolutely does know whether it's true or not, and he will never admit whether it's true or not. He'll say it's not true even if he knows it is true. He has done that before. It wouldn't be the first time that he has said something's not true about something that is true. And vice versa. It wouldn't be the first time that he said something was true that wasn't true, that was provably not true. Chariot? What is that? So, and I do also think it's other people who are complicit. Anyone who supports or defends any of these YouTubers in any way, they are complicit in their behavior, and they should be held responsible as well. And I have no problem being held to that standard myself, by the way. Anyone else who is guilty of that stuff, like if I knew that, say, that Preston was responsible for that kind of stuff, and I kept promoting him, I would be responsible, and I should be held responsible for that kind of stuff. It's about knowing, though, and you can't just say, well, he didn't tell me personally, so I don't know. It's fucking, if the information is out there, like publicly revealed, and somebody has told you about it, and your response is, I refuse to believe it because I don't like you, you are responsible for their behavior. You should be held responsible. I don't care. I'm for guilt by association. I mean, after all, fucking Preston doesn't like us anymore. It's not a matter of me fucking... Shit. I wanted that. I wanted the owl. You know what? I could probably just grind. I can grind owls. But yeah, it's a matter of if it's been out there or not. Because if you don't know, if genuinely nobody knows, then yeah, there's something about that. I understand that. Like if Nick Rekieta didn't know that that Umbrella guy lied to him and that Rekieta pushed a lie. See, once you start pushing the lie for somebody else who's your friend though, again, you're responsible. How are you not responsible if you're not helping to push a lie about somebody because you want to be friends with somebody who's dishonest? You make that choice yourself. I need some help though. I need to buy more potions or something. What is this? Increase the amount of web health, from enemies. So, what's the point of that? Why would I care? There's a few things about the PlayStation 1 emulator, by the way. I would like to play those Breath of Fire games, like 3 and 4. There's something about old JRPGs, though. I don't think I can fucking have the energy to get into them anymore. If I was getting paid to play them, maybe. I would absolutely. If it was like, here is some money, stream every day playing Breath of Fire 3 or 4. And I'm sure they're not bad games, but the thing is, there is really something about the late 90s JRPGs that are just dog shit for the most part. Final Fantasy VII is kind of an exception, but that's because it was sort of streamlined and smoothed down, and you know, they were putting huge resources into it. I think it was like one of the most expensive games in the universe at the time, because it had those big FMVs that were just huge in scale. They're still good to watch, especially the ones with tit fuck, short for tit fuck. But yeah, it was fucking. And I wish they would remake or give that kind of treatment to Final Fantasy VI, because that's still my favorite by far. I like rewatched those Final Fantasy VI Nintendo 64 tech demos. I was like, fuck man, these are still really cool. They're very dated, of course, but I so wish that they would just remake Final Fantasy VI with it. I really like the Pixel remaster too of Final Fantasy VI. Which is surprising because I don't know why there's a Pixel remaster when they can just, I don't know, can they not do anything to the pixels of the original game? I don't know. Because I have no problem, I replayed Final Fantasy VI, you know, on the emulators and all that shit. And it's like, oh, this is still good. I don't care how pixely it is. And the Pixel remasters are still pixely, of course. But I like the changes they made, especially because I can go play the original if I want. I can go play it on an emulator. I think even Square probably doesn't give a shit. Square Enix doesn't really give a shit about that. I mean, you know, maybe to some extent. Nintendo certainly does, but yeah, I would love it if they made some kind of Final Fantasy VI, you know, modern kind of, I don't know, just for the novelty of it, not because it's like, this is the way I want to play it. Okay, yeah, I do have this. Where's this bitch? I do have Silk Thread. Okay. Here, I'll cash in after this, and well, I'll read some of the chat. Oh, she actually gave it to me. I don't have to buy it at the store. Okay, well. Yeah. Yeah. Cashmere. Yeah, just gave me the quest. I'll eventually get it. She's so insecure that I hate her. Where's the lady with the... Her kids are outside. So is she gonna be outside? Yeah. What's this? Treasure. Coffee. What?
Hello.
Wow. What? 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 Okay. I know where you're gonna be. You're gonna be in one of these. Toying with me with this shit. What? Motherfucker. I just want to find where the stupid mom is. Oh, there she is. Okay.
Hello.
And oh, she has a nice one. Nice voice, bitch. Crows? Crows. Kill 30 crows. Okay. That's kind of a goofy thing in this game. Like, the way they're giving you like quests. They want me to find a cat. Is he in a tree? Is he in one of the levels or is he out here? I don't know. Yeah, I want to play Crosscode right now though, and listen to some of the videos. Basically, the only way I even get to listen to videos anymore is if I'm playing a game that is sort of that allows me to listen to videos at the same time here. Save state. And yeah, that'll basically do it. Gotta head out. Yeah, Tug is a chameleon. I mean, that's almost giving him too much credit too. Tug started off doing Electric Gadget reviews before moving on to comics. Yeah, clearly comics is something he has no clue about either. I mean, shit, fucking ask Doug TenNapel there. Tug moves from community. Yeah, and that's the thing. He moved on to basically celebrity gossip, which is the shallowest type of person, but it's also the easiest dumb sucker rubes to vacuum up their attention and money and so on. Yeah, Tug was always going back and forth from Comicsgate, acting like Comicsgate owed him something, and is like, I'm leaving Comicsgate. I don't get any support. He's probably one of the most thin-skinned people on the entire planet, even more than like Ethan and JDA and Rekieta. And again, what kind of person makes friends with the most thin-skinned person on the planet? Very interesting. Very much worth thinking about. But yeah, the whole Johnny Depp thing, and now that the Johnny Depp stuff is drying up, he doesn't really know what to do. So, what a shame. Anyways, but a good stream actually. I'm surprised there was people in the chat, but it was nice to be able to talk with people. So thanks for showing up. Again, if you want to really hear way more of the deep lore, the receipts, the also known as the evidence, as old people call it apparently, our Subscribestar has tons of videos, a bunch of really good ones about Nick Rekieta going up, saying all the stuff that people like Josh Moon are panties pissed terrified to talk about. He's horrified. He's afraid to talk about it. Oh yeah, Tug said SJW's called his work, and yeah, I think he was claiming that we were also involved in that or something, which I'm sure it never even happened anyways. But if it did, of course, his proof that we were involved was us laughing about how he was claiming that CPS was called on him, and he used that clip of us saying that as the proof that somehow we did it. And again, people believed that even though the evidence disproved it as he was saying it, which is, you know, pretty common. That's a regular thing with people who don't have souls, of course. Yeah, left Comicsgate, which no one in CG called him out for. Yeah, that's the thing. Nobody in Comicsgate really liked Tug. And I do know that from personal experience too, of course. But so Tug is right when he says like nobody in Comicsgate supports him, because nobody really likes him. Nobody wants to support him. He got caught between the factions in Weeb Wars and suffered for it. Well, not enough, of course. Both sides eventually figured out he knew nothing about anime. And yeah, that's another thing. I mean, Rekieta is the same way, but the thing is, Rekieta had more credibility because he
could tell people he was a lawyer. So because of that, people are like, oh, Rekieta's a good guy who clearly he would never just lie about liking anime. He must like anime. He said so. He's a lawyer. A lawyer wouldn't lie, would he? People unironically were saying that. Imagine being a human being on this planet and thinking that a lawyer wouldn't just lie just for you to like them on the internet. Very paused. Anyways, a good show though, good stream. Thanks for all you guys showing up in the chat. Check out our subscribe star for everyone else who wants to find out the truth. If you don't want to know the truth, don't check out our subscribe star. For everyone else, should have listened to shit.